it's Jenny. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about sensory overwhelm and what you can do when you're in that situation. As always, the only autism I'm an expert in is my own, and this is based on Googling and my own personal experience. In neurodivergent people, specifically those who are autistic, our brains are built a little different. And one result of that is we feel everything bigger than neurotypical people typically do. Part of this is because we don't miss the forest for the trees. We see the trees and the forest and every bug and all the plants and every single little detail, and that can be incredibly overwhelming. Even good feelings like happiness can be overwhelming because they're just so big. I personally think it's a beautiful way to see the world, but it does have its downsides when things become too overwhelming and I gotta take care of myself before it becomes a meltdown. Sorry to interrupt. Change the lighting. It was too bright. Sorry. And action. For me, water is key. That doesn't just mean drinking water, although that does really help. But one thing that I found is splashing my face with really cold water sort of shocks my system and breaks the cycle of panic, and that sort of helps me calm down a little bit. Of course, freezing cold water is not always accessible or available, so there's other techniques you can use as well. Most of the time, sensory overwhelm is caused by the things around you. The lights are too bright, the sounds are too loud, there's too many people, there's too many colors, like everything builds on each other until it is literally too much for your brain to process. So a simple thing you can do is remove those stimuli. Take them or yourself somewhere dark, quiet, where there aren't big smells or tons of people, that you can just sort of reset your brain and have a period of time where you don't need to be processing so much. If you are helping your friend who's feeling overwhelmed, the number one thing is to not make them feel embarrassed. This is literally something we can't help from doing. We're not doing it on purpose, we can't stop it, and it's just really important that you are calm and kind and ask what we need. Also remember not to beat yourself up about it, especially if you need some recovery time after the fact. Sensory overwhelm is, well, overwhelming. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle, and so it's important to allow yourself to rest and do what you need to do, change plans if you need to, advocate for yourself, so that you can truly get back to a place of functioning before you send yourself back out into the world. Again, the number one thing here is every autistic person is different. What works for me may not work for you. It may not work for your friend that you're trying to help. So the number one thing that you can do is to ask and just do what you can to support yourself or your friend that you're trying to help. I hope you learned something today and that this was helpful. As always, if you have comments, leave them down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That's all for now. I'll see you soon.